So,
Where is everybody?
boy, I don't know. So I'd like to welcome everybody for the Cascade Stereoscopic Club monthly meeting. I'm surprised there's nobody in person, but maybe we'll, get some latecomers. But in any case, we can get started. So let me put up the agenda. Um, as usual, we're live streaming to YouTube and Twitch, and there's information in the invitation about how to utilize that. The theme for this evening is landmarks, and we can get started with Bob's images.
Hope you're on mute, Bob.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep, you're coming in now.
I need to get back to the presentation here. I just have some comments with each of my slides here. So this is a portion of the remaining Berlin Wall in Germany. It encircled West Berlin from 61 to 89. And I always had trouble understanding the wall until I finally figured out that the entire city of Berlin was located in East Germany, communist East Germany. So they had to build the wall clear around the West German or the West Berlin portion of the city to prevent people from going into West Berlin to seek asylum. About 5,000 people successfully defected to West Berlin, and between 100 and 200 died trying. Next. These are the gates for Buckingham Palace in London. The royals lived there. They only have 775 rooms.
Well, I wonder if that's enough.
Next. This is a portion of the Colosseum in Rome. It's the largest ancient theater ever built. It could hold, depending on who you ask, 50 to 80,000 people. And this image shows where they partially reconstructed the floor, and then what you see underground is where they could use hoists to hoist up the animals for the gladiators to fight. Eiffel Tower, Paris, built by Eiffel in 1889 for the World's Fair. He was a bridge builder, so he just basically constructed a vertical bridge. It's about 81 stories high, tallest man-made structure in the world until the Chrysler Building was finished in 1930. It's a portion of the Forbidden City in Beijing. You could stay in a different room every night for over 24 years and never stay in the same room twice. This was the house, or the city, I should say, for 24 emperors from 1420 until 1924. Great Wall of China, 13,000 miles long in its heyday. Unbelievable. Leaning Tower of Pisa, Italy. This is the bell tower for the Pisa Cathedral. The soft ground couldn't support its weight. By 1990, it was leaning 5.5 degrees. They worked on it in 2001 and reduced the tilt to 4 degrees. London Eye in England. It has 32 capsules on it. Each of the capsules holds 25 people, so they could hold a maximum of 1,600 people in this Ferris wheel. It goes slow enough, they don't have to stop it to load and unload people. The Matterhorn in Switzerland. It's over 14,000 feet tall. It's the most photographed mountain in the world. I question that. I wonder if Fuji might be real close. Over 500 people have died trying to climb it, some of whom are buried in a cemetery in Zermatt, which is a city close by. This is a side view of Notre Dame. It shows one of the famous rose windows. It was just reopened in December 2024 after a 2019 fire. Sphinx in Egypt. So, did you know that Cleopatra lived closer to our time than the date the pyramids and the Sphinx were built? She lived about 30 BC, and those pyramids were built about 2500 BC.
I didn't realize they were that old.
Yeah. This is the Tower of London. It originally served as a royal residence, then a prison. Now it's got the crown jewels of England in it. It's a Unisphere in Flushing Meadows, New York. It was built for the '64 World's Fair. And if you can see those towers in the right-hand side in the distance, those were in the movie Men in Black.
So I actually went to the World's Fair in '64.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah, I was in high school at the time, and we took a class trip. And
I was there in a family trip as well.
and it was interesting because they told everybody they had to stick together, and as soon as people were off the bus, you couldn't see another classmate no matter how hard you looked.
This is the Vatican in Italy. It's got 120 acres and a population of 882. It's the smallest sovereign state in the world, ruled by the Pope. And finally, Venice, Italy. It's made up of 118 islands separated by open water and canals. It's got 438 bridges.
Bob,
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
you haven't been to
Amazing
Greece?
amazing bunch of pictures.
Thanks.
And you took all of those,
I
correct?
did.
Wow.
Really? Whoa.
Well, thank you, Bob. That was a very good tour of the world. And Ken.
Okay, this is Taliesin West. It's a World Heritage Site and a National Historic Landmark in Scottsdale, Arizona. Frank Lloyd Wright's winter home and workshop, and was established in 1937 and constructed over many, many years by his, what do they call him?
Protege?
Yeah, not associates, but a little bit like slave labor.
Apprentices.
Oh,
His students were his labor force.
There is a name for it, yeah.
Yeah. So this is the Fremont Street Experience. It's a pedestrian mall in downtown Las Vegas, known for its vintage old Vegas feel. Aside from the casinos and restaurants, it has attractions like a zip line that run under a canopy, which is an LED canopy. It was completed in July of 1995. And this is the Grand Traverse Lighthouse. The building was constructed in 1858 and closed in 1972, replaced by an automatic light tower. It's north of Traverse City. If you look at Michigan as a left-handed mitten, it's located at the tip of your little finger. This is Spaceship Earth. It's a dark ride attraction at Epcot theme park, Walt Disney World in Florida. The 165-foot diameter geodesic sphere is a symbol of Epcot, and it has been since the park opened in 1982. Now this is a Keystone stereograph from 1928. It's looking down 7th Avenue into Broadway, also known as the Great White Way. The name comes from the illumination of all the electric lights in the New York City Theater District. Note that there are 1927 Model A Fords in the photo here. And this last one is a conversion using OWL 3D. It's a 1951 photograph by Margaret Burke-White for Life magazine. Burke-White was getting a famous photographer. She got her helicopter pilot to fly very close to the statue, and it nearly resulted in her arrest.
Yeah, I was going to say, where was that taken from? But you fortunately answered that question.
Yeah, drone would do it easily. Yeah, but
You might get arrested for that too.
I can see that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Ken. And now Jim.
Well, here's something local. These are the Laurelhurst gates.
Oh.
This is a detail.
It is. I could not figure out where this was. So.
The next slide will help you.
I've seen
Another
these.
detail. I believe there are three of them on three
Yeah.
sides of Laurelhurst.
There's one as you head north on 39th, which has 39th's name has been absconded with.
Yeah, no, yes.
And
39th and Stark is one. This is the one on Gleason, 20-something in Gleason,
Okay.
near the Greek church, Greek cathedral. There's another detail. I was pleased to live in Laurelhurst for 40-some years. Now, you might call this a landmark. This is the Inn at Spanish Head.
Yeah.
And this is a bridge by the coast. It's kind of a amazing looking bridge.
You think that's the D River, Jim?
No,
No, it isn't that.
because I don't think there's just the one bridge where the road crosses the D River, and that's not elevated like that.
All right.
For those who don't know, the D River is the shortest river in the world.
Yes.
That's in Lincoln City.
In Lincoln
It's kind
City.
of like, that's a river?
Just from the D Lake, yeah.
Yeah.
Devil's Lake
I,
to the ocean.
I think you could maybe not throw a ball, but probably hit a baseball from one end of the river to the other.
Oh, I think so, easily. Now, the rest of these pictures are from the War Memorial at Indianapolis. I showed a couple of these before for open projector, I think. Anyway, I was there for the eclipse, and this is a huge war memorial.
You got Lady Liberty there.
Yeah.
I guess that's who that figure is.
and I like the bears. And then in the distance is the state capitol, about a block away. Okay, that's probably it. Well, one more. Two more.
Okay, thank you, Jim.
You're welcome.
And now we get to see Greece, courtesy
Yes.
of George.
Yes, all my landmarks are from Greece, and let's start with the Parthenon. It's an ancient temple dedicated to goddess Athena, after whom the city of Athens is named. It's in the Acropolis Hill, and that's only 15 minutes walking distance from the house that I grew up.
Wow.
In the center of Athens, you have the monument of the unknown soldier. There are two soldiers, they change every hour. Usually there are a lot of people taking pictures. In the back is the parliament, and originally it was built in 1836. It was the king's palace until 1924, when monarchy was abolished. This is the Isthmus of Corinth. Now, isthmus is a narrow piece of land, in this case connecting Peloponnese with the mainland Greece. So they built this canal so the boats don't have to go around Peloponnese, so that saved a lot of time. And this was built in 1894, and it lasted 11 years, the construction of the canal. Meteora in central Greece is a rock formation hosting a number of monasteries. There's a total of 24 monasteries, but only 6 of them are active today and open to visitors, and this is one of them.
Boy, that's quite some climb to get up there.
Yes, at the bottom left corner there's a point where you can walk in, the pedestrians. Before these access roads were built, people were climbing with ropes. There are pictures of stereo views in a basket of rope.
Oh, wow.
Delphi was the center of the world in ancient Greece. It was a sacred place, served as the seat of Pythia, the oracle. Now the next picture shows where she was actually, this is the temple of Apollo, and Pythia, under the influence of hallucinogenics, she mumbled things that didn't make any sense, but a group of intelligent and educated priests translated the oracle. And these oracles were famous for being ambivalent. For example, she told the king of Lydia, that if he crossed the river, a great empire will be destroyed. So the king said, great, I'm going to cross this river and I'm going to beat the Persians. Well, it turns out that he crossed the river and then he got defeated. So the kingdom that got destroyed was his. So the oracle was correct. Now the next one is in Olympia. Olympia is a city where the ancient Olympics took place. Now, to put things into perspective, the ancient Olympics lasted for 1,150 years. Now compare this to the modern Olympics. They only have a history of 230 years. So the ancient Olympics have lasted for a long more than that. Now the Olympics originally was a religious festival, and in the first 50 years there was only one athletic event, and that was the run of one stadium, and this is the entrance to the stadium. Next, now the word stadium comes from the stadion, which is a unit of measurement, and it's about 200 meters. So this athletic event was basically a sprint of 200 meters. So there you have it, one of the most, and if you go there to Olympia, you can actually run in the stadium this 200 meters. Now, going to the modern Olympics, the first modern Olympics were held in 1896 in Athens, and this is the stadium where the Olympics, some of the athletic events were held. The interesting thing is that the seats are made out of marble, and today is not used for athletics so much than celebrations. And as a matter of fact, if you run the Athens Marathon, the modern marathon, which takes place the first weekend in November, it's coming up. This is where you finish the marathon. You start from the city of Marathon and finish in Athens in the stadium. I've run this marathon 3 times.
I'm impressed.
Thanks. Oh, well, this is King Leonidas of Sparta. According to the history, when the Persians tried to invade Athens first through the Battle of Marathon, they lost, and 10 years later they came through the mainland. Well, Leonidas, with 300 brave men, tried to stop the Persians in a very narrow passage, and they managed to actually delay them until the rest of Greece were getting ready to defend themselves. Well, a traitor told the Persians that there was a path around this passage, so the Persians took that and they went from the back and they just killed 300 people. And the next picture shows how the statue looks. And there is a famous person standing next there. It's Dr. T.
Yeah, I
famous 3D guy.
recognize that famous person.
A great landmark,
Yeah,
3D photography.
yeah, but you didn't take this photo.
No, I guess I asked my wife. Sometimes she helps. And here we have, I'm going to finish with 2 islands. The first island is Mykonos. If you look pictures of Mykonos, you will see this windmill. So this is a classic thing there that all the tourists take pictures of the windmills. And the last picture is my favorite Greek island is Santorini. It is built on the side of a hill overlooking a large circular volcanic caldera, and the views are just beautiful. You can walk around taking nice pictures. Now this volcano erupted in 3,600 years ago and created the island. It's a very busy island with tourists, but still I think it's one of the most photogenic Greek islands.
Well, thank
Thanks.
you, George. And so I don't have any hope of competing with you photographically, George. So I use a computer.
Oh.
So this is one of my Mid-Journey cats standing in front of the Portland Convention Center.
Your cats don't use stereo cameras?
Well, you know,
He was doing cha-chas.
I think so.
and this is the Mardi Gras down in New Orleans, Bourbon Street.
Nice effect with the background lights and stuff. I like it.
And here's a completely different, you know, when you ask Mid-Journey for photos or, you know, images, you'll often get very, very different images from the same prompt. So these 2 photos or images came from the same prompt. And so I just, you know, like the fact that they're so different. And this is the Golden Gate Bridge. And Taj Mahal. And the Great Wall of China. And the pyramids. So my cats get around more than I do.
Yeah.
And the Grand Canyon, and the Statue of Liberty. And Mid-Journey loves to make the background out of focus, and I haven't found any good way to tell it. Please make the background in focus. It's going to do what it's going to do. And the Eiffel Tower. And the Colosseum. And the Washington Monument. And the Space Needle. And the cable cars in San Francisco. And so the book is available as a free PDF download. I just updated it yesterday, so it has all the images that I have shown tonight. And so now, Mark.
Good, thank you, Herb.
Yeah, so I'm not the world traveler that the cats are or some of the other people, but I got some local images here. This is Mount Hood in Oregon, pretty big landmark. And the image quality is not so great on this, but this is the Vista House out in the Columbia River Gorge. Kind of a different angle from what you normally would see, but the plane I happened to be in flew right over it, so managed to get this shot. And Yaquina Head Lighthouse in Newport, Oregon. And this is actually downtown Portland, Oregon.
Wow.
There's not a whole lot of depth there, but you can see some of the buildings are sticking up quite a ways there.
Yeah, nifty picture.
And Crater Lake, Oregon. Oregon's only national park. And if you look up at the top of the lake there is Wizard Island. The next shot is a closer shot of Wizard Island, looking from the other direction back. This was just taken from the rim with a pair of cameras.
And for people who have not visited, you can actually walk down from the rim to the shore of the lake and then get a boat ride out to Wizard Island. And it is a very difficult hike back up. So I wouldn't do it anymore, but in my younger days.
There's also Crater Lake from up at the rim. And then we moved to Hollywood. This is the Chinese theater in Hollywood where the celebrities put their footprints and handprints in the concrete. So there's always a crowd of people looking, trying to find their favorite movie stars there. And Hoover Dam in Nevada. And Mesa Verde, I believe, in Colorado. And Phoenix, downtown Phoenix, Arizona. And the Grand Canyon is a pretty big landmark, so a couple from the Grand Canyon here. And the last one, actually, this is the lodge on the North Rim, which actually burned to the ground a few months ago. So it was very sad news, but I was fortunate to, this is from a few years back, I was fortunate that I went there and captured some photos of it before it disappeared.
Well, thank you, Mark. And Jim, you're up for open projector.
I lost the ability to see the pictures, and I'm fighting to get them back. Maybe there are a few I did it.
Okay, so this looks like some seals.
Yeah, they're at Newport. In the back of a restaurant, you can go and see this platform, and they're constantly struggling to get in and out of the pile and barking. It's quite a or. This is a art museum in Indianapolis. This is a table.
It's interesting. Ooh.
And this is a chair. This is elsewhere. Place where I used to live, and they were serving eggs. You can buy eggs out of the shell like that. This is a library in Michigan, but I think it could be any library anywhere.
Well, it's pretty narrow aisles.
Yeah, I guess that's true. This is a very old, beautiful library. And a lonely sunflower on the balcony of where I live now. And my sun gold tomatoes. This is one of the windows at the Greek Cathedral in Portland. And this was taken right in the hallway of where I live, a wreath on one of the doors. And the Halloween decoration, just down the hall from where I live. And the picture out the window of the leaves changing color. Another door wreath. This is a log at the coast. And another log.
Okay, thank you, Jim. And now George has some highlights of the recent photo festival. So go ahead, George.
Yes, first of all, I want to say a few things about the Photographic Society of America. It was founded in 1934. It's a worldwide non-profit organization. It has members from over 80 countries and 460 camera clubs. So its mission is to promote the art and science of photography. And it's interesting that it has a small number of paid staff, but a large number of volunteers, over 500. Now next, the PSA has 6 divisions: pictorial image, nature, photojournalism, photo travel, pictorial print, and 3D. The PSA 3D division is the smallest of the 6 divisions, and it was established in 1952. Now, if you join PSA, you don't have to join one division. You can be active in as many divisions as you want. Now, I'm showing the current 3D division officers. Chris Reynolds is the chair of the division, and the division has 6 officers, 3 of which are Cascade members. Herb is the non-star competition chair, Kerry Weiss is the PSA exhibition chair, and I'm the historian of the division.
And Lee Pratt is also a member.
Right,
Wow.
okay,
That's impressive.
yes.
Oh, there he is. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's on
You
camera.
were well represented.
Yeah.
PSA next has a photo festival every year. They used to call it the PSA conference. They changed the name to photo festival, and this year was right there where you guys are in Portland, Oregon, between September 22 to 27. The festival was held at the Holiday Inn in the Columbia Riverfront area. I went to the festival next, and this is the view outside of my hotel window. My wife didn't come with me. She normally comes to all the PSA festivals, but because we just had come back from the NSA and the ASU, she said, I'm tired, go alone. And then I saw her this picture, and I said, look, honey, they're pickleball courts. Right on the right. She's heavily into pickleball, and so am I, so she was jealous when she saw that. She wished she had come. Well, too bad for her. Anyway, one of the reasons I go to those things is I like the tours they have, and I try to sign up for all the tours, and I'm going to show you what I saw while I was in Portland. Next, the first tour that I took was in this place called Multnomah Falls. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Multnomah Falls.
Well done.
A beautiful place. Very nice. Now, I have to tell you that just before I went there, I had a vintage slide that I didn't know where it was, and I Googled it, and it was exactly this falls, back in the 1950s. Next, of course, we went to Cannon Beach. Well, that was a very interesting place, and we stayed for the sunset. Next. I took some nice pictures there. Next, of course, we had to go to the Portland Rose Garden. Now, I didn't have any macro equipment with me, so I want to see if you can guess what did I use to take this picture. Any guesses? I used my phone, phone and Chacha. It was a little bit windy, but I took a lot of pictures and I got a few good ones. And next to the Rose Garden is the next Japanese garden, which is also part of a tour I went to. I think that's about the tours. Next, in those festivals, there's usually a model photo shoot, and I always sign up, for these photo shoots. And this time they had model dancing, so they had these young girls doing ballet dancing. The instructor said something that I didn't like. She said that dancing is a two-dimensional thing. She didn't say it for me. She didn't know there was a 3D photographer in the audience. She just made the statement that dancing is two-dimensional. I said, what? So all the dancers were dancing just perpendicular to the cameras. That's why it's, you get to see their form, which is two-dimensional. Anyway, I tried to do as much 3D as I could, but the pics don't have a lot of depth. Oh, look at those two guys. They have so many things in common. They're both active members of the PSA 3D division. They look quite similar. They have the same hair, kind of. Okay, the person on the right is Chris Reynolds. Yes.
So there was an interesting story because when I was setting up the photos, the prints from the PSA 3D division exhibition, Signe, who was one of the judges, came up to me and said, "Oh, I saw you at breakfast. I didn't get a chance to say hello." I said, "Well, I wasn't at breakfast."
No.
And she says, "Are you sure?" I said, "I was teaching a class on the other side of town." And so she had seen Chris. And
yes. So tell us about the hair thing. You both grew your hair during COVID, right?
Yeah, well, basically, the social distancing, I didn't get a haircut, and I guess Chris did the same thing, so we both started growing our hair about the same time.
Yes. And this picture was taken just outside the hotel. This nice bridge was next to the hotel, and Chris Reynolds is using twin cameras to photograph the sunset there. In the meanwhile, we're back to the events inside. We had the 3D day Friday. We had 3D shows from the entire day. There were more people attending. This was early on. The gentleman in the front is Lee Pratt. And in this conference next, Lee Pratt was awarded the 2025 PSA Lifetime Achievement Award. There was a booklet I'm holding in my hands. It was included in the registration. It's illustrated with 3D pictures from Lee Pratt's work, and even comes with a light owl viewer to look at the pictures. So that was nice for the 3D division.
And
this award is overall for PSA, not just the 3D division.
And Lee might have some spare copies if you can persuade him to part with one.
Yes.
Yes.
One of the highlights.
Yes.
Yes, I have some spare copies, not near as many as I wanted, but I am going to be mailing some to different camera clubs, and that will include Herb will be getting some, and George or John Bish here, somebody will be getting some, and so will Dennis Green.
And, it's actually, I don't know if you are able to persuade PSA to part with a PDF, because if you could, that would be a good thing historically. In 5 years the booklets may be all creased up, but a PDF endures. So
Yes, Herb, I do have PDFs. I'm just wondering what PSA would say if I distribute them to a lot of friends.
okay, well, okay. So basically, hold on to them until PSA forgets about it, and then uh, uh, we would be happy to put it on our website, but not if it's going to get you or us in trouble.
You never know. I've got some high res versions, and I've got some lower res versions, which look good on a screen, computer screen.
Okay. Well, anyway, we
Okay.
don't want to get anyone in trouble, but if you ever decide that it would be great to have them, available, we'd be happy because the Cascade Stereoscopic Club has a website where we have, documents that are of interest, and so that would be a good place to put it.
Well, maybe some secret copies will show up with you.
Okay. If anybody asks, I can say I scanned them illegally from the book, and it's all my fault. And
Okay, good.
although to the people who know, a PDF is very different from a scanned image. But I'm not sure PSA knows that.
Now here's a personal highlight for me. I was able to attend in person the Cascade Stereo Club meeting. Now you guys haven't been to Herb House, so you're looking at the other direction of the camera. This is looking on the other side. It has this beautiful LG screen. Honestly, I've never seen so sharp images and bright. It was amazing sitting there in the front row. And on the left, you see Herb's big library of 3D Blu-rays. And next, he had quite a bit of attendance that night. You see Gary Wise and what are the other people?
Signe Emmerich and Diane Ruyin and
Yes.
Jerry Emmerich.
Jerry, yeah.
Yes, I
And
tell you, if I lived anywhere close, I would be coming to all the monthly meetings.
And so that banner was actually courtesy of Jim Olson. He wanted to get the banner that's hanging from the ceiling there. He wanted a banner that we could use for outreach. And so basically, if you look in the background, sort of above Gary's head, you can see the banner hanging there. It's sort of not really as clear, there as it is in George's photo. And then, of course, there's other miscellaneous stuff like a cat tree for my Mid-Journey cats to climb on. Okay, thank you, George. That was a good collection of photos. And so, since Halloween is coming up, I figured I would see if any of my Mid-Journey cats had anything interesting to do for Halloween. So, and this actually isn't in the it evidently got out of order, but this is actually a Dia de Muertos, which is the Day of the Dead, which is normally celebrated November 1st and 2nd, and it's to honor friends and family that have passed. So it's nothing at all disrespectful. It's not haunted. It's a very important holiday in Mexico. And this is another one of those. And, so it's interesting all the different ways I've been able to get my cats to dress. I asked for a cat dressed in hobo.
Yeah. Look at how the AI is how the AI did the skeleton, the pelvis and the legs. And the,
Yeah.
And here's a cat visiting a graveyard. There's actually a place in Portland that sets up a grave, or it's actually in Milwaukee, a suburb of Portland, where they set up a graveyard in their yard every year. And so here you have a cat answering the door to trick-or-treaters, but it's interesting because that was supposed to be outside, but it looks like they're actually standing in another room in the house and not outdoors. But AI can't do things perfectly. And this is a hayride in a pumpkin patch. And a cat shopping for Halloween candy. And, cat visiting a haunted house. And, cat stirring a cauldron. I got two interesting images from that prompt. And a cat out trick-or-treating with some kids. Okay, and so Feng Hua joined the club a few months ago after the exhibitions, and so he periodically sends in some images. He apologized that he wasn't going to be able to be at the meeting this evening, but he likes taking pictures of flowers and plants. And so and he won a gold medal in one of the PSA,
yes, he did. He did.
PSA 3D division sections. I don't remember which section. It must have been the open.
I'm guessing wasn't that of a flower?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
But
that's pretty.
But great photos here. Okay, so thanks to Feng Hua for sending those in, and hopefully he'll get to see the YouTube recording. And so, if anybody has any comments on his photos, he'll maybe listen to the recording and hear those.
They're nice, very nicely done.
Okay. And so the next thing we're going to do is each month we have a theme, and where do these themes come from? Well, in fact, what we do is we let the attendees at the meeting choose the themes. So each attendee will get or can take 3 votes if they want to vote for any themes. Please vote for themes that you think are themes you'd like to take photos of. Don't just vote for, oh, that's a theme that's going to really challenge everybody, I'll vote for that one. So vote for themes that are reasonable themes that we could get some good photos of. And I can just go around and let everybody select 3 themes. you can vote for the same theme 3 times if you want. So if you think one of these themes is a great theme, you can give it 3 votes, or vote for 3 different themes. So anyone want to go first?
Sure, I'm ready. I'll say patterns and rhythm,
Okay.
progress, and transformation.
Okay. Thanks, Ken. And anyone want to go?
This is Bob. I'll do adventure, obscurity, and shadows.
Okay. Thanks, Bob. Anyone else want to?
Yeah, I'll vote for electricity, home, and isolation.
Electricity, home, and isolation. Okay, thanks, David. Anyone else?
This is Lee. I'll vote for electricity, shadows, and mystery.
Okay, thanks, Lee. Anyone else?
Steve here. Yeah. Steve, I'm going to vote for games and hobbies, patterns and rhythm, and shadows.
Okay, thanks, Steve. Anyone else?
Yeah, that's George. I have the same votes like last person. Games and hobbies, shadows, patterns, and rhythm.
Thanks, George. Anyone else?
This is Matt. My list is actually the same as well. Games and hobbies, shadows, and patterns and rhythms.
Okay, thanks, Matt.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd like to vote mystery, games and hobbies, and adventure.
Okay, thanks, Dorothy. Okay, Gary.
I do like games and hobbies. How about home? I think is a good choice, and we'll go with solitude. That sounds kind of moderately challenging, maybe, but
Okay.
I could see that being a picture.
Okay, so I'm going to go with games and hobbies, and I'm going to go with mystery, and I'm going to go with shadows.
Okay, this is Jim. I'll go with shadows, home, and adventure.
Okay.
So I have a question.
Yes.
How do you make shadows in 3D? I'm just thinking.
No,
Can you make?
Yeah, the shadow itself won't be in 3D, but the shadow can highlight, a 3D object. So.
Okay, yeah, no, I was taking it to the first degree. I'm like, okay, how can you put 3D? Actually, there might be some stuff.
This is your challenge, yes.
Yeah, that's a challenge. Okay.
So, did everybody who wants to vote get to vote?
This is Mark. I'll go for home, isolation, and patterns and rhythm.
Okay, so basically what I'm going to recommend is that any of these themes that got at least 3 votes would be something that would become a future theme. So that includes adventure, games and hobbies, home, mystery, patterns and rhythm, and shadows. So that's 6 months of themes that we just picked out. And
Sounds good.
okay, and somebody, I'm not sure who this is, but
It's a second iPhone.
So whoever just connected, if you're interested in voting for some themes, we can give you a vote now. Otherwise, we can just move on to the next thing. So, okay, well, just moving on now. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show the so the ISU, International Stereoscopic Union, twice a year they invite camera clubs to submit images for the club online digital exchange. And I don't know, there are probably about 20 clubs that participate in that, and from that they take up to 10 images from each club and use it to create a slideshow, a folio, and they break it into 3 parts so that each part isn't too long, and then they distribute those videos to the clubs that have participated. And so this is the third part, and what we'll do is we'll show the video now. And so give me just a few minutes, because what I need to do before I start is share the screen. And so
I just want to mention too, for new people like Tracy, this is going to be anaglyph on the Zoom screen rather than on the room's feed.
yes, so unfortunately I don't have a way to share, you know, videos on StereoPix rooms, so we just show it in anaglyph, unless you happen to be here in person, and then you can see it on my 3D TV. So let me first share that, and then let me try and start it going.